What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, of course, with Michael Anthony Fitness, gig economy extraordinaire. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Are you gonna cut that other one? You had another one in there that you were ready to cut.
I thought you said there was. I don't know which one you wanted to cut.
No, you had one. Well, just keep the machine going, man.
I had some ones from Mother's Day too.
Okay, well, go ahead. I mean, just keep the machine rolling.
I thought you said something about the Sean Taylor.
Well, I wanted to do that one to do it as a sample.
Well, this one's not going to take but
Okay, like I said, just keep the machine going. So we're not going to be here tomorrow or the next day, so we need to.
This one I have to get done for the
Okay, well, get it cutting.
No,
All right.
Just hand out the other pieces from Nick Cabs. So
I understand that, but you could have been saying that out while you were. Oh, I know what's going to happen. Dude's going to be saying, "I'm abusing you," because he's always like,
Wait.
Go ahead.
How is it abuse if you're paying me to do the work?
Well, because that's the way he always brings it up there. Because you know what he does? He slows down to get like just a moment where you just, and everybody makes those funny faces and all that.
Yeah,
But yes, I am a child abuser and all this, that, and the other, according to him. But we all get a good laugh out of that. But anyway, Jerry Jones, or should I say King Jerry Jones. Me and Mr. Jones. We got a thing called the Cowboys. So Jerry said, because we're so far down the list, with the draft picks, that we might just move up. We might move. Now, that's what he said. Now, see, this draft.
We ain't the Jeffersons.
Moving on up. Okay. All right. So I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, because you look at this draft, and this draft is full of offensive linemen and defensive linemen and all of that kind of stuff, but does not necessarily have a lot of guys you say this is worthwhile to trade up for, with the exception of one guy. There's only one guy that I would consider moving up for. And here's what's kind of cool. Shout out to Dave and Dale. Shout out to Dave and Dale from the Pro Athletes Hemp Association. And I tried one of the energy tablets today. So far, it's 2 in the afternoon. I'm still going, but I'm always going. They came up with a chart last night that showed us exactly what happens with the Cowboys when it comes to drafting. First round, they've been butter. Second round, not so much.
Yeah,
so hypothetically,
it seems like in the second round we're always getting injured players in the second round. With exception of Tristan Hill, he had to add to the issue, but everybody else was injured, and we got a second round.
Yeah. So, if you go by those numbers, you could say, man, it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and package up. Although we did that one time before, and we ended up with Morris Claiborne and nothing else. So, anything you do is a risk. Anything and everything you do is a risk. So, I don't know, but for me, if the Cowboys saying that they would move up, I don't see them moving up for another offensive lineman. I don't see them moving up to try and get a quarterback. I don't see them moving up to get a wide receiver. Okay? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but, that's not their MO. Could the Cowboys say, you know what? There's one guy, Jordon Davis. I'm just saying.
We could hope and dream.
Then who else would be worthwhile to trade up for? I mean, if he trades up for a wide receiver, then he should be. King Jerry should be. I'd say fired, but we can't fire his ass because he owns the team. But the reality is there are very few players that you say this would be worthwhile to trade up for. The only guy I would say that you would look at and say would be an instant impact, because our needs are guard, and center. So if you're trading up, you're not trading up for a guard, because you'll probably be able to get the number one prospect in the first round at 24. I mean, let's be, Kenyon Green should be there at 24. So you're not moving up to get a guard. Now, wide receivers are deep, but I don't know that you need to necessarily jump up to try and get the wide receiver, because, DJ Metcalf, that guy was a second round pick after Charlie Dakota Whiteside, okay? You think about Anthony Brown was a 6th round draft pick. So what?
Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson,
6th round pick.
He's not. I'm not going to say that he's like DJ Metcalf. Let's
But
slow our roll on that one.
He was the best. He was one of the best wide receivers they had last year.
Okay.
He was a 6th round pick.
Regardless, but let's get back to this thing a little bit here. I would say that there's no edge rusher that you look at a need as you do as a run stopper. So, again, I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, so I can't tell you exactly what they're doing. But to me, that's the only spot that I look at and say, maybe that's the place to go. But maybe that's the place to go. I don't know. What do y'all think? Am I crazy or just plain stupid? I'm probably both. But if the Cowboys are moving up, it's got to be for Jordon Davis. What do y'all think? If you were to trade up, what would you trade up and get? Let me get y'all's opinion. See, I'm not the college guy, and I'll be talking to DMV and seeing what he thinks about that one. But
that's a smart idea.
What, you say you don't think it is? It is if they go get Jordon Davis. If they for
but
once decided,
if you move up for him, then you're losing out on a couple of players that could make a difference on the team.
Maybe,
depending on what you give up.
But you could still, if you gave up that second round, you still the third round, you can still try and get a good guard. Or you got free agency. The second round of free agency. Would that, okay, here's the question. Would it be a good idea or a bad idea for the Cowboys to trade up? Like I said, the only guy I would trade up for, Jordon Davis. I don't know. Here's some good news, too, and I'll do a video about it later because I do tons of videos. But this is finished. It's about to get packaged up. Look at that. This is going to Dak Prescott. Look at that. All of you guys and ladies who donated, boom, your name is forever inscribed on there. And this, my friends, look, you see how it's shiny? Is going to Dak Prescott. Our quarterback, who Jerry Jones said, I'm glad we got that deal done after the Deshaun Watson thing. Yeah. All right. We got more details on Jerry Jones because Jerry Jones did a lot of talking today. I'll catch you later. Peace.